My name is Ron Kaufman. I am the CEO of the Autism Treatment Center of America, and I am also the subject of the book Sunrise, The Miracle Continues, and the movie, which means I am the first beneficiary of exactly the principles we're talking about today and other days. First beneficiary of the Sunrise program, because my parents pioneered the program to help me when I was diagnosed with severe autism, and ultimately it enabled my complete recovery, which you could probably guess from watching the video. So hi, I'm glad to be with you guys. We're going to talk about a very specific concept today, and it's called the Sunrise Program ABCs. The Sunrise Program ABCs. And ABCs stands for something very clear, which is assess, bond, challenge. Okay, A is for assess, B is for bond, C is for challenge. Okay, now what does this mean? First of all, let me give you, before I go into the very nitty-gritty of this, let me just give you a little bit of a conceptual framework from this. Now, I'm not going to explain the whole conceptual framework of the whole Sunrise program, but you can watch some of my past webinars for that, which are you can access on our website, which is www.autismtreatment.org. www.autismtreatment.org. You can go and there's all of our past webinars there. And for the very first one, which is Breakthrough Strategies for Autism Spectrum Disorders, you can click on that and get just an overview of the conceptual framework of the whole program. So we're not going to do that today, but what we are going to do is just give you a little bit of a way to think about your time in the playroom with your child or in any other environment working with your child. This is what you want to be aware of, that typically when people are focusing on or discussing ways to help our children, ways to work with them, the whole focus becomes on what to do. What to do. And what to do, it's obvious, that's important, right? But this is the Sunrise program, if you're doing these concepts, it's also really important when you do what you do. The when is as important as the what. And which means when you're using these concepts and how you're being with your child at what time, when, is gonna make all the difference. And actually part of this Sunrise program ABC model really helps you with the when. Because if you're off on the when, the how isn't going to matter. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, first of all, one thing as a way to understand and what this ABC model is really based on is the continuum of the Sunrise program. That's you might think of it as what we're going to discuss today. Seeing your child.